My name is Jordan Redfield Wade. By day, I'm a PI working for the NACPD. But by night, my friends, my family, and I fight for the city in a different way. We are the guardians of Newark City. I promised my mother as she lay dying that I would protect and defend this city from anyone that would mean to cause it harm. I am a protector. I am a guardian. I am Red Wing. Episode 5. What's Up?
So, where exactly are we going, Dean?
Well, there's a place on the other side of the state. My mother's went missing 3 weeks ago, but they left a note saying something about a castle belonging to someone with the same last name as me.
Damn, but what would that have to do with my brother?
I have no idea, to be perfectly honest. I'm assuming they took him to get me to come out there. They could have just asked. I don't understand all this drama. Joe, what did you find out about our friends Liza and Alan?
I found some information on Liza, but nothing on Alan. Her image brought up the old high school ID of a woman from a town just north of San Diego, California. Elisabel Liza Solanos, her name pulled up a few strange things in the database for fighting. A few missing person cases that have no real resolution, a lot of reports of her being in graveyards after dark. She always gets caught with weird items when she's there, but she doesn't seem... She always gets caught with weird items when she's there, but she does seem a little weird in general. Apparently, also, the town she's from no longer exists, by the way. When I looked for it online, there was a literal crater. About that time, she disappeared, and obviously we know where she wound up, but no idea where she's been. But yeah, I couldn't find anything on Alan.
Yeah, you won't find anything on him for the same reason you won't find anything on Jeremy and myself.
That's right.
He called you Rook, Marilyn, so I'm assuming you know something about him?
His name is Alan Grace. He was a member of the division. His code name was Hunter. He was one of those people who got hit with the shockwave almost 14 years ago, like Jeremy and I back home. He has a lot of the same powers as you, Dean. He's bulletproof, and he's excellent at most weapons he pick up. He prefers the bow and arrow because, well, his father and stepmother were killed with guns. He's not too keen on firearms.
I can understand that.
Yeah, he was a good guy. He had a bit of a temper there for a while. Just after he got his powers, he went a little... well, it got kind of intense, I guess you could say. But once that ended, he was definitely a charmer. He went missing about 7 months ago, which was why Marilyn and I had to leave immediately after the fiasco with the mayor and that speech that we made.
Well, at least we found him now. But he's never done something like this. He's not that type of person to kidnap someone and keep them hostage.
Well, he's got my brother and my best friend, the mayor of the city, and 6 random formerly superpower teenagers, so something is definitely up.
Wait, 6 teens?
They got Ember and Liz Brennan, too.
Miz on me. Well, alright. I guess we need to be ready.
I think they'll be safe. But we have to play this careful. We're going in blind here.
I think that's just what they want. But trust me, I know this crew, and we will be ready.
Welcome to Brushland, Java. What can I get for you?
I'd like a strong black tea, please. Strongest you have.
I have the perfect thing for you. Irish breakfast. Does that work?
Indeed. Thank you. That's my favorite flavor.
Alrighty, I'll get that started. Anything else?
No, thank you.
$3.25, please.
Here you are. Thank you. Also, I'm sorry if this is slightly strange, but how long have you lived in this area?
My whole life. I live with my abuelita, my grandmother.
Oh, lovely.
Why do you ask?
I saw this flyer on my way in. You see, I'm sure you guessed, but I'm not from around here. I'm visiting from New York City.
Oh, okay. Work or pleasure trip?
I'm afraid I don't know which yet, but I suspect a bit of both. I'm looking for a competent, well...
Let's see here. Kalila Stormfire's Economical Magic Services. Oh, so you're looking for a bruja?
Yes, and I wanted to see if she was any good.
Why are you asking me?
Well, I'm somewhat of a seer myself. Just now, when you were talking, I got a tiny vision of your grandmother. I've met women like her, with their old world traditions from the homeland. Put simply, I trust them. They always know what's up. So I wanted to go to someone they believe.
Well, that was a smart plan. I always listen to mi abuela and mi tias, and they all swear by a cow. I haven't gone to her before, but if I ever have an issue of that sort in the future, I will be going to her.
Well, then I must go check her out. Is she nearby?
Yeah, she's 2 blocks down from here. And here, take this. It's her usual drink order. On me. Tell her Senora Espinosa sends her regards.
Thank you again for all your help.
Hey, no problem. Adios, brujita.
Hello? Anyone here?
Hi. Yes, hello.
Ah, you must be Kalila. Pleased to meet you. My name is Scarlett.
Pleased to meet you too. Welcome. Is that your initiated name?
Ah, so you truly are a witch. No, this is my given name.
How did you find me?
I saw your flyer at Brushland Java. Senora Espinosa and her grandson send their regard. You came with really good recommendations. That surprises you. Why is that?
I didn't... Oh, are you clairvoyant?
Telepathic. Well, it's complicated. May I sit down?
Absolutely. Please.
Thank you. I suppose that is why I'm here. I came to Brushland this weekend to clear my head. I don't know if you've seen any of the news from New York City out this way.
There's nothing on the actual news, but I saw it on some of the forums. That young woman killed people with water magic. I saw the video. What happened to her?
I don't know. But she is fine now. I was one of the ones who helped take her down. I'm assuming I have your confidentiality?
All my clients do.
Perfect. Well, I work with the masked hero known as Redwing.
Ah, got it. Cardinal, I'm guessing? I could tell, because of the hair.
I've always told Redwing I thought it would be a giveaway. In any case, yes, I do know some light combat magic. Mainly paper incantations and whatnot. But, well, every time I use larger kinds of magic, it usually gets pretty bad. I think there might be something inside me, something dark, and I don't know what it is. I need the help of a sister witch to tell me what's going on.
Okay, I can try. Did you have anything in mind to try first?
Not really, no.
Let's start with a 3-card reading. Maybe that'll reveal something useful. Okay, select the 3 cards. Card 1 symbolizes the kind of blockage, I guess you could say. Card 2 symbolizes the why the blockage is there. And card 3 will symbolize the future, or I guess what will happen when you do break through it.
Alright. This one, and this one.
Perfect. Okay. Card 1 is... Oh, that's interesting. The Devil. When upright, that card signifies bondage. Something holding you back from unlocking true potential. Card 2. Card 2 is the Chariot in reverse. Pretty clearly about loss of control. that straightforward here, I think. And now for card 3. Oh, that's not great. It's the Tower. 3 cards from the Major Arcana, so this must be pretty strong, but if you are freed from this, disaster and chaos will come.
Disaster will come. My mother told me that when I was young. After my initiation, she gave me this bracelet, said it had belonged to my father, who I've never met. She told me to never take it off. She said that, if I did, disaster would come. I've only taken it off 2 times in my life since I got it, and both times things did get rather weird.
How so?
I felt a surge of power, and I could feel the magic flowing through me, all around me. It felt intoxicating. I lost myself in it, but when I came to both times, someone had been badly hurt.
The magic made you hurt people?
I don't think the magic did anything. I think taking off the bracelet let something out, and I think that thing is what hurt people.
Huh. Oh, well, okay. Interesting. Is that cuneiform on that bracelet?
It might be. I've never thought about it, really.
Okay, well, let's try something else. I'm going to try to read your energies and see what I can feel. I might have a theory, but this will help me check.
Okay.
Now, just relax. Clear your mind. Let the energy flow. Whoa!
Are you okay?
Yes. I just need a second. Let me see that bracelet for a second.
I shouldn't take it off. I don't think...
Don't worry, I have a lot of wards up. You should be held in your current state, if I'm correct.
And if you aren't correct?
Then I'll put it back on you.
I'm hesitant about this, but okay.
Now close your eyes. I want you to picture something. Visualize a photograph hanging on the wall. This photograph is the image of an animal. I need you to look at it and tell me what animal it is.
It's a lioness.
That's what I thought. I know who it is, and yeah, you should have this on. That entity inside you is very, very dangerous.
Please tell me, who is this entity?
Have you ever researched the folklore of ancient Egypt?
No, I haven't.
Well, long ago, in a time after the sun god Ra created humans, he saw the evil some people were doing to one another. Ra thought he could create a force that could remove the evil human beings from the world. From his head sprang a being with the head of a lioness. In just one day, the Nile ran red with the blood of evil people. But the being refused to stop. She had tasted blood, and she continued to kill and wage war on humans until the gods came up with a way to stop her. They feared she would return, this time born into the body of a human. When she returned, her war would continue and she would annihilate all life. Her name is Sekhmet, and she is the entity inside you.
My God, she's inside me?
Yes, she is, but don't despair. As far as the legend goes, the only way she gains access to her godly destructive power is if she takes a human life. Until then, she, and you, are just a regular witch. Maybe a little more powerful than others, but in general just a witch. Now, so long as you don't kill anyone, she won't fully take you over. You will continue to have primary control on your magic. Keep this bracelet on, and be careful. The fate of the world depends on your hands staying clean.
Well, that's good then. I feel like killing people is easy enough to avoid.
It's harder than you think. All that power is dangerous. It has a way of corrupting us.
What do I owe you for this?
A favor. And just promise me that you won't destroy the world. I'm kind of attached to it.
Well, thank you. And I promise I'll try. If you ever need anything at all, Here's my card. Shoot me a text and I'll come down. Us witchy women have to stick together, right?
Thanks. I like that. I might just take you up on that.
Ow.
Oh, finally, you're awake.
Fayth. Where are we?
I think we're in the back of a van.
How long have we been in here?
Hard to say, but it's been a little while. I think we're on the highway.
Good grief. Oh, okay. I guess we just have to deal with this. Have you tried shouting out for the drivers?
Of course I did. I tried that, first thing. The padding makes us soundproof.
Oh, fuck. Well, okay. I guess we'll just have to keep going.
Gives us time to talk. So tell me what you were gonna say in the courthouse.
What? Oh, after the trial? You mean the one you lost?
What? I'm sorry, I can't hear you with your ego turned up to 650. Dial back that tone. We can keep this civil, can't we?
Fine.
Well, anyway, after that trial you had something to say.
I honestly don't remember. I think I was gonna tell you not to walk out there because something felt wrong.
Why would you have even cared?
Because, Fayth, contrary to popular belief, I don't actually hate you. And even if I did, I wouldn't want to see you die, or get kidnapped as the case may be.
Really? After you pulled all of that in the courtroom?
None of that would have happened if you hadn't tried to get me thrown in jail on bullshit charges and confronting me in a really fucked up way. In fact, if you want evidence that I don't hate you, I didn't press charges for you slamming me into a literal wall.
Oh, boo-hoo. Someone confronted you. Big whoop. Truly, all of this started because you wanted to prank me. Because you wanted to get under my skin. So I'll ask you this, was it worth it?
Well, how is your campaign credibility looking right now? Pretty shoddy, right?
Just what the fuck is your problem, Jordan?
I could ask you the same question.
We aren't even politically opposed to one another. I support all the same causes that you do. We voted the same in every election since we could vote. Why? Why do you hate me so much?
Fayth, I've told you, I don't hate you.
You've tried to destroy my career. You've tried to fuck up both of my mayoral campaigns. I know you're the one who told Kit about my husband's, predilections.
Fayth, you can just say gay. Your husband was gay and screwing other people. You knew that already. I know you did. You know, when all that crap happened, and you got that anonymous text that asked if you were okay, that text was from me. I knew you'd never talk to me about what was going on if you knew it was me, but I could see how much it hurt to know that he'd been caught. It's rich that you thought I told Kit. I may be an asshole from time to time, but I'm not a monster. Fact is, he was caught doing something risky. Something a lot of gay men do when they're closeted and have a wife.
That wasn't hurt.
Oh, bullshit, you weren't.
Fuck you, I'm serious. I wasn't hurt over what he did. I was publicly humiliated and embarrassed. You are right, I did know what he was doing. He told me he was gay before that. I would never have told him to ignore that part of himself because I'm not cruel. I told him to be discreet. I told him to make sure he didn't get caught. I told him that if he did, I'd have to leave him. I know you don't believe it, Jordan, but I have a heart, and I know that because I gave it to him, I actually did love him. When I had to leave him, I cried for days. I dropped out of the race, and Mayor Fields won his re-election, and I had to bury myself back in my work and build myself back up to the kind of person who could be elected mayor, and then who could become a senator. I still want to make a difference.
Shit, I'm sorry, Fayth. I'm really sorry for what you went through. That's all terrible. Why is this position so important to you? Why is all this so important to you?
My mom, before she passed, she was head of the council. My dad, he just left us. Their marriage wasn't working out, and he just checked out and literally left the country and never came back. He's in France with his new family. He left my mom practically broke, so she had to fire her assistant, and I started helping my mom. I decided to work with her and help her with the council stuff. That was the only time I saw the spark come back into her eyes. She came alive when she was organizing people to help the community. I guess that passion just rubbed off on me. My mother had drive and grit, and I want to make her proud.
I can understand that.
Can you, though? Your parents loved each other right on up till the very end. And they were billionaires. How can you know what it's like to watch that spark go out of a parent's eyes?
Because I watched my mother die. I watched her take her last breath. I watched the light leave her eyes. So yeah, I know what it's like to suddenly have nothing.
Jordan, I'm sorry. I don't know how, but I never knew you were there when they passed.
And for what it's worth, I also know what it's like to have the one you love betray you. It was on Kit's Corner when Dean and I split up the first time.
Can I ask, why did you split?
Sure. Dean cheated. It was a one-time thing, and it's a long story, but suffice it to say, it wasn't his fault. It took a year, but I was able to forgive him. It was really hard to do.
Is that why every chance you get, you remind me of my ex and his indiscretions?
I'm sorry?
Every time we meet, every time we have our little back and forths, the digs you take at me are always about my ex and whatever he's out there doing.
Well, I guess I just find it interesting. It's a little ironic that you'd have a gay lover after outing me in high school. Yeah, you thought I forgot about that, didn't you? Well, I didn't. So I guess it's my turn to ask the question. Why did you do that? Why would you do that? What did I do to deserve that? Up to that point, I thought we were... Well, I wouldn't have called us friends, but I definitely trusted you not to do that to me. So, why?
Okay. Back then, You had everything. You even got a second chance at a family. I was watching my mom slowly die a little bit more every day, and you just had everything. I was struggling to keep my grades up, remain popular, and everything else, and everything with you was just effortless. I don't know if you remember right before that, but that one guy, that jock on the football team?
Oh, yeah. What was his name? What was it? Oh, shit. Was it Randall?
Yeah, that's him. Randall. Well, I was at my locker, and he and his goon were crowding me. They were harassing me. They were teen boys, so 3 guesses as to what they wanted. Anyway, that's when you walked up. You stepped in and you got that boy to back up. And then you looked back at me, and in that moment, I saw how you looked at me. You looked at me as though I was weak and defenseless, and you looked at me as if this was what you had to do, that you had to defend me, because without you, in that moment I saw how you actually thought about me, and that you thought I couldn't defend myself. I knew I could protect myself, but you didn't let me. You proved to me how you saw women and girls in the world, which was no different than any other man in the world, like we are weaker than you, and I hated you for it. So I tried to get back at you for feeling like I was beneath you.
I have never, and will never, believe that women are beneath me. I absolutely would never. When you're surrounded by people like my own mother, my cousin Marilyn, Joanna, hell, even you, how could I ever think that? I stood up for you in that moment because I knew that guy wouldn't stop. I had heard him in the locker room at the gym talking about obtaining Rohypnol so he could get what he was owed from you, or some jock shit like that. And I knew that, without the threat of me beating his ass, he still would have done that to you.
Oh, I didn't know that part. But that doesn't change the fact that you still gave me that look.
That look? I was looking at the goon behind you, not at you. Is this really the misunderstanding that had us at odds for almost 16 years?
I guess it just got to a point where we were just attacking each other because it was easier than dealing with the root of the issue.
Well, shit. Fayth, I'm sorry. I don't hate you. I actually think you're a pretty great person.
I'm sorry I outed you, Jordan.
I forgive you for that. I understand why it happened now. Can I ask you a question?
Sure, what?
Why do you hate Red Wing? Why are you so opposed to the work that he's doing?
He's a vigilante. He wears a mask while he goes out and terrorizes people. He takes the law into his own hands.
The mask is so he can protect his family. And he doesn't terrorize anyone. Well, except criminals.
I don't trust him.
I didn't trust you either, but I still acknowledge the job that you do and the role that you play in the city. Can't you do the same for him?
Why does it matter to you whether I like him or not?
Because... Okay. I'm gonna tell you something, and it's not gonna make sense, but I need you to hear me out, okay?
Okay.
You know how, after you left my office that day, you went to the hospital, and you watched Elizabeth come out of that coma?
Yeah?
That was you. You did that. You pulled her out of that coma, by yourself, using magic. As far as the team could tell, you were gifted with the power to heal using empathy, by using your heart.
That's not possible. It couldn't have been me.
Yes, it can, and it was. Magic is real, you've seen it with your own eyes, and now you've done it with your own hands. And so have I.
You... what?
The next thing I'm about to tell you, or rather, the next thing I'm about to show you, you can never tell anyone. Ever. Swear that to me, and I'll tell you.
Why should I?
If you swear to never tell, I will drop out of the election, and I will endorse you for mayor of Newark City.
Wow. Okay, I swear.
Revistum.
Oh my god. Jordan.
That's right, Fayth. I am Red Wing. You can stop worrying about whether Red Wing is good or evil. I am here to do what I can to help people, just like you. And what's more, I actually do have a license to do it.
Jordan, this is crazy.
Fayth, it really isn't that crazy. It's a long story. Suffice it to say, this is literally what I was born to do. Hold on. Revistum.
That's a neat trick.
It comes in handy. But Fayth, you saved a young girl the other day. And that has me thinking. Just think about it. We could do far more good if we work together. If I support you for mayor as Jordan, and you support the work Red Wing does to keep the city safe, we could actually make change.
I think I see what you mean, but I don't want to be a superhero. You may do good things, but I am not built to be like you.
Listen, tragedies have been known to happen in our city. Discord, fighting, feuds, the whole lot of it. You have the power to wipe that away with a single touch. You can ease the suffering of others, and you can do all of that from the mayoral office. No spandex or leather required.
Oh, trust me. I have plenty of leather at home, if you know what I mean.
Oh. Well, that was unexpected.
I have a good time. I think we've stopped.
I think you're right. Stay alert.
Well, glad to see y'all have made up. Fighting like that was unbecoming of politicians.
Who are you? And where are we?
Ah, yes, my name is Alan Grace, but you can call me the Hunter. Jordan Redfield Wade, Fayth Flaherty, welcome to Castle Morgan, home of the Raven King.
As the Guardians disembarked from the train, they looked around, slightly apprehensive. It was dark out, and they'd been on that train for about 4 hours, and they'd been the only people on that train. They initially didn't notice the car that had pulled up in the parking garage next to the tracks, but it flashed its lights at them. Target in sight. Leaving shortly. 20 minutes and we'll be there.
Copy that. See you in 20.
Ahoy there, Guardians! Welcome to Pittsfield, Massachusetts.
Whoa, buddy. We'd appreciate it if you didn't scream our secret identity team name across the parking lot.
Oh, you are so right. I'm terribly sorry, Miss Lovelace. If it helps, this town pretty much shuts down after 9 p.m.
Where are we even located?
Pittsfield, Miss Lahiri. By the way, I must tell you, it is an absolute pleasure to meet you. I've seen all your films. I'm a huge fan.
Well, thank you kindly, I guess. Care to tell us where my cousin is at?
And who kidnapped him?
Oh, right. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, I humbly invite you to Castle Morgan, at the behest of the Raven King. It is my duty to take you to the castle, which is about a 20-minute journey from here, thereabouts, where you will be greeted by the King's right-hand woman. We have taken the liberty of securing rooms for you on the grounds, which you will stay in this evening, before the trials begin tomorrow. Upon completion of the trials, I'll escort you back here, or we'll arrange another suitable form of transport.
Whoa. Trials? Excuse me?
Yes, Mr. Morgan. The trials. The trials begin tomorrow at sunrise. Please get in the vehicle and help yourself to the complimentary bottle of Moyer dragon fruit wine. There is also a bottle of legendary Bonrati mead, which is chilling in the cooler. These were brewed specially for your arrival, and I think you will find they are both quite delicious.
Okay, you're starting to win me over.
Joanna, are you serious?
Listen, Jeremy, we're already here. We might as well make the most of this part.
Will you be able to answer questions for us about why we are here?
I sadly cannot answer many questions. I'm afraid my knowledge of you is rather limited.
Okay, one final thing before we go with you. Who are you? What is your name?
Oh, of course. How could I forget my manners? My name is JV. Thank you for listening to Red Wing. Today's episode was written by JV Hampton-VanSant. This episode you heard the voice talents of JV Hampton-VanSant, Elie Hirshman, Amanda Jacobson, Skyler Paring, Christine Osimo, Lucy Fitzgerald, Brittany Nicholson, Andrew Giotta, Anthony Olivieri, Lisette Alvarez, and Dane Shiner. For the complete cast list, please visit redwingpodcast.com. The title this week is based on the song What's Up by 4 Non-Blondes. You'll find a link to that song in the show notes. Episode art this week is by Kelsey Crawford. Our music is composed by Nico of We Talk of Dreams. If you want to listen to any of these themes, please visit our website. Check out our show notes for links to our merch, our social media, and our website. As always, stay safe and fly high, heroes.